Excuse me, we're trying to make this recording, but we have a lot of interference, a lot of stalkers, a lot of people who talk about nothing and call me crazy, and I'm nothing and I'm nobody. Our family, well, you know, I don't care what they say. All the morning, if anybody saw me this morning and all afternoon, they were calling me prostitute, a whore, in front of my house. People, you know, coming by doing dirty things. They're in here telling me I lost, I'm nothing. And a bagel shop that we own, and the rabbis own it through us. They're in here attacking me, so-called customers doing nasty, dirty things. They're males and they're females, and they're disgusting. Okay, we didn't lie to you, what we told you. You know, and so they did really terrible things, these people. And the other thing we're going to talk to you about, but what we're going to tell you right now is the ceremonies that Beloved Shabbat and I had, our marriage ceremonies. First of all, we told you that we had a lot of simultaneous, we had a lot of films that were made, a Japanese royal wedding. I bathed in petals, flower petals, preparation for that. We have a picture of it on the internet. You can't see our faces, but the Japanese gowns, everything. Chinese royal wedding, Hinshin. Okay, nobody knows that, but a person from China. Chinese royal wedding, and we had to have that coming of age ceremony before we were actually because we're little. We were already married to each other, so we can do that. But there are people that usually have it at a certain age. We were there to watch those, and we were already married to each other. So we were little kids. Shabbat and I had our first public wedding at age 5. Hoopah and everything in Jerusalem. We told you that. We have films. We told you part of the film. Preparation. So, and we're not going to go into the fact that, you know, if these people are discussing about what you do on your wedding night, it's not their business. We had ceremonies where my husband, a personal, in our wedding chamber, a hammam, where I would bathe my husband before our wedding night or on our wedding night. Already met each other. These are terrible, terrible people that we do not want. Okay, so you don't need to tell about the ceremonies that we had. These are disgusting people. Tell me, you didn't, he hasn't, blah, blah, blah. These are terrible people that came after us to try to, they're trying to have sex with everybody. We don't want these people. We busted a brothel in Israel. I read about it. I'm so glad. I hope they got rid of every single whore in there, because we don't want those. They said subject land to whore them, and everybody on land becomes a whore. That'd be the same thing with the homosexuals. Our Bible says not to do that. So you were very good, Israel, what you did in getting rid of that female pimp and the others. The female pimp. That's what the paper said. Haaretz. Disgusting. We don't want those. We don't want these women. We don't want the men with them. So we told you about our wedding ceremonies. We had a hoopah. We had a ceremony today, my beloved King Moses chapter Shabbat, wedding, marriage ceremony. The rabbis came. We had a ceremony. It's a long, these people are really right in front of our house. The people, dirty people coming and doing dirty things, saying dirty things, nasty things. All they do is talk about the dirt. The dirt that comes out of their mouth makes my clothes dirty. Because they're always saying that somebody else is me and I'm not me. They continually try to rape and kill me before they think. Shabby and I, this is like we have a ceremony all the time, ongoing. We already had our wedding night, and we already had our marriage ceremony. So people are really going to pay for attacking a man and his wife and paying the penalty. The penalty of raping a woman is death. The penalty of kidnapping is death. It's just that they pay for these things. You know, they really hurt our relatives, trying to kill us, trying to take our things. They bothered every man and woman they could of our family members. You know, our beloved royal relative, Nasik Melik David Plastiki, his mother went missing. We told you when they got her finger back with the ring attached, and nobody could find the rest of her. She was bothered like that. They did it to his daddy and his dad, also our uncle and dad and our aunt and mother. They did that to her. Our relative, Nasik Melik David, with the white hair, they killed his wife. All the whores, we saw the whores poison them. They tried to poison all of us. They poisoned her food. They did stuff like that. And all the harlots that come. All these are harlots that come and try to do things. There's the harlots in the background that are talking. They're dirty and they're cursed for what they've done. I call them cursed whores. And the men with them are just as bad. We don't want them. They come and they bother us and they attack us all the time. But I wanted to tell you about the ceremonies. We had a beautiful ceremony you're supposed to have on your wedding night. My husband and I, nobody can repeat us with that. All of our men are like that, and women. We had a wedding ceremony, hoopah and everything was supposed to, with rabbi and everything, and both of us virgins the first time ever with each other on a wedding night. They can't beat us with that. Hear the horse in the background? They're talking and they're dirty, and gosh, you do some really bad to those. They're really bad, and the men with them. So we don't want those type of people. And all little girls and all little boys, you know, they'll be with who they're supposed to be with. And we're with each other for eternity. Me and my blood and everybody takes their own mate for eternity. These are terrible people that cause dissension and trouble and problems, like the harpies, like the things of discord. Everywhere they go, they cause problems. They are not peaceful. They are dirty and they're filthy and unclean. And everybody knows that they're not wanted. It's just it. They're terrible and they're dirty. Nobody wants them. All the time telling people, I'm lost, I'm nothing, I'm nobody. These are terrible people that should be arrested and thrown out. Just to let you know that too. If we don't like them, we don't bother them. They come down by our house and do things to us. They come to a place where I come to be quiet. When I come, because nobody's here, then everybody starts to come and start to bother me. Then the workers go, and it makes them upset. And basically, they do terrible things. No matter where I go, they bother. Male and female, it's wrong. And they talk to me about dirty things. They need to see a psychiatrist. They need to go see some kind of doctor that deals with some kind of problem that they have. All they talk about is sex all the time. It's wrong. They don't talk to me like that. And it's wrong how they do that. It's wrong how they do those things. And nobody wants to hear from them. I'm a holy woman. I don't want to hear about dirt all day. I don't want to hear. They come down at our house and do that. But we wanted to tell you about the ceremonies. We'll talk to you as soon as we can.